Hello and welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be descaling the Lavazza and Modo Mio machine. Now if you've got one of these, it will tell you if it needs descaling, because when you put it on, there you go, that lights up there, so I know that it is descaling. Or if you've connected it to your phone, the phone will ping up in the app and it says it needs descaling. So if you've got that light or it's pinging up, we're going to be descaling this, and I'm going to be going through on how to do it. Okay, so you're going to need two things to start off with. First up, you're going to need this. So this is the descaler and cleaner fluid. In the manual, it says you need 250 millilitres of this stuff. I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using half of this bottle, which is about half of 250 millilitres. I'm going to go by this rather than what this says, because I don't want to waste a whole bottle, because I've got a lot of machines to do. And I think this will be strong enough to descale it. And you also need a pot or a pan or something. You don't need it to be this big. I've just got this one, just fits under nicely. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can either have a little one or a big one, because it flushes through 60 ml, then it pauses, then it flushes through another 60 ml, pauses, 60 ml, and it continues until it empties the tank. Now, if like me, you're lazy, you just want to leave it, get a big pan under there and you can just leave it and walk away. Otherwise, you get one of these and it fills it up, then you have to go away and throw it away. But I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to have a big pan and just leave it going, because I'm not going to be sitting here watching it descale. So it's entirely up to you on how you do it. So first things first then, what we're going to do is going to take the drip tray off, give this a clean. You can put this through the dishwasher if you like, just get it cleaned and then put it to one side, because we won't be needing that for this process. And then open up the tray, just make sure that that's empty of pods, and just give it a bit of a rinse as well. Then pop it back into the machine and then get the pot, and we're going to put that under there. Just make sure that when the nozzle, it will come out, it will drip into this pot, okay? So like a nice round pot easily fits under there. Like that, it's going to come out of there and it's easily going to drip into the pot there, okay? Okay, next we want to put 500 mils of fluid in here. So it said 250 mils of that and then 250 mils of water. This isn't going to be 250 mils, so I'm going to measure this out so I get 500 mils of fluid and water in there. So let's just pour all this in first. And then fill it up to 500 mils with water. Right, so that's the 500 mils in there. I'm just going to empty this out. There we go, into there. And once your water's in, just make sure you've got no pods in there and the handle down. Now come around the front and you make sure it's off first. So you've got to turn it off for it to work, and you're going to hold down these two buttons, okay? So hold them down until they start flashing, like so. And then you wait, and you're going to wait for this one to be solid white, okay? So if you just wait, there we go, so it's already done it. And then to kick it off, all you can do is you're going to press that and then leave it. And as I said, what it's going to do is just going to fill this pot up with a little bit of water, like it's done, and stop. So if you are using the manual method, it's now time to take that out, pour that away, or like me, just leave this pot here, okay? Because it's going to stream and then pause, stream, pause, until all of that water has disappeared. So there we go, there's on my second lot coming out now. Then we'd wait for it to finish. Right, so waited for it to finish, wait for the little dribbles to come out. Right, you then take the pot away, empty it, and then put it back, okay? If you were using the manual method, that is. Okay, so once it's finished, then this light will stay lit, and now you can remove your pot. Just get rid of all that water there, put the pot back, because what we're going to do now is we're going to fill this back up to the max level line, and then press this button, okay? So take this off, fill this back up to the max level, which is there, and just fresh cold water from the tap, okay? All the way up. And then once your water's on there, make sure your pot's under here nice and empty, and then we're just going to press this button here and it will start the flush through. Okay, so now it's doing the rinse through, and it will take all of the water from there and dispense it through into your pot. So again, just wait, hold off. So the water now rinses through there and it will rinse the tank. It does a predetermined amount of water, so you will need to either empty this or refill this a couple of times. You just keep going until it finishes, okay? So we're just gonna wait for this to finish and then we'll refill that and start this process again. Right, it's coming to the end now, so this is gonna be empty, but this is still flashing, so I need to fill this back up and do the rinse through again. But I'm just going to fill the pot. But remember, it doesn't pause in through the rinse time, so it's probably best getting a big pot for the rinse. Empty that out, put it back, fill this up to the max level again. Pop it back on, and again, going to press this one to flush it through. Okay, again, be patient, just wait for it to finish. It'll either finish or we'll have to fill this tank up for a third time. Right, so that's it, it's finished then. This was 2 lots and there's still a little bit of water left in there, so it will probably do 2 or 3 of those, but we know that it's finished here, and if we do that, we can just turn it off and your descaling's done. However, as a little bit of an extra, I like to keep the pot there, just turn it on and just run a couple of large shots through, just because that's what I like to do afterwards as well, just to put a little bit of hot water all the way through. And then once that's through, that's pretty much it. That's your machine nicely descaled now, and you can start using it. Get rid of this, into the sink, get your drip tray, put that back on, and you're good to go starting using coffee pods. Okay, I hope that wasn't too bad. The only issues I have is knowing which ones to flash, because it says in the manual things flash and they don't flash. If you just follow my instructions, you'll have no problems about dealing with it. I really do hope that's been useful on how to descale the Lavazza and Modo Mio coffee pod machine. Please do like, please do subscribe. Please let me know down in the comments below if you want me to do an instructional video on descaling your machine. Let me know down in the comments. Okay, please like, please subscribe to the next video. Bye-bye.